upper quad tension, you want to get hip extension. So you can go up to a wall, knee closer to the wall, decreases the knee angle, so it's going to make it a deeper stretch. So getting into position, now we're going to scoop the tailbone under and pull forward. You can scoop this leg forward more for more support. So you'll scoop the tailbone and shift the hips forward. You can rotate here and get more of a stretch over here. And then in the shortened position on the other leg, so here's for that bent leg position, so you can see from a different angle. I'm gonna keep my chest up, belly drawn in, scoop the hips under, and rotate, keeping your chest up. So we're not here, we're here. More front body supported position. You can lay flat. Attach a strap on your foot. A towel works for this too if it's long enough. I'm short, so it would. So from here, you're just gonna pull this way and make sure that you're not arching your back like this, because then that's gonna shorten the quad at the top. So you wanna keep your glutes active and pull it to where you can. Make sure your knee is pointing down and your butt or your heel should be in line with your butt. If this one becomes a little bit easier, we can go with side supported. Getting the knees straight down from the hips and keeping your hips over each other. So not falling forward like this or shifting back like this. One side will be harder than the other. Keep that bottom leg nice and straight and use your core to stabilize. For any supported position, you can get something that's about knee height. Square up facing forward. The one that you're trying to stretch is going to be supported by the bench. And then square up your hips. Activate your glute to scoop the tailbone under. And then grab. To get more of the outer quad, you can grab that with the opposite hand. That's going to get more outer medial area. And if you don't have a strap, so you can hinge forward, just make sure that you're still squaring up your hips and shoulders. You can hinge forward a little bit and then work into that hip extension over time. The back one will be the one that you're stretching. And again, you can use a strap here if you can't reach. This is going to get a good stretch through here on this leg. Make sure your toes and knees are in line and pointed forward. And rotating open like this is going to get more of that outer quad. You can also attach a strap. Get that front leg nice and squared up. And don't let your knee come in, and if it feels like it needs to rest on the bench, scoot your foot in so that you can keep your knee and toes in line. You're gonna scoop the pelvis, so you don't want to be here, you want to be here. Bring that hip towards the bench and pull the strap to bend at the knee. If either or both of those is too intense, you can scoop up to a wall to place your back foot on so that there's less of a bend. So you can get in a position with your foot against a wall, scoot yourself back and line up and stretch that way, trying to get those hips to sink into the bench, using your glute. So the whole time this side glute is active. Pulling that hip towards the bench, and you can scoot closer and closer to the wall until you're like this. And then from there, lifting through here, still keeping that glute engagement to push that hip towards the bench. hold here. And then start working on bringing that foot in towards your glutes. Grab a foam roller if you have one. Get it to where you're on a tight spot. And then you can do this on your arms, or on your hands, or your forearms. Brace your core. Scoop the hips a little bit. And press into the foam roller. And from here, use the hamstrings to curl your feet towards your glutes. So we're just gonna keep that abdominal pressure and the glute activation so that the quads can lengthen, and we're sliding the fibers past each other with pressure on them, lengthening and shortening them as you go through. And you can bring it down. So the lower down on your quads you have it, the more abdominal tension you're gonna need. So keep that strong brace the whole way through. And same thing here, so roll it down and curl. Do about 10 of those. I hope this helps.